Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. And my name's Whitney, and today we are again continuing my makeup inventory. So this is probably going to be the longest video. This is probably the, I would say, second most products I have. Lip products are probably the most, but eyeshadow palettes are probably the second most items that I have. So grab you guys a snack, take a break, watch this video, and before we get into it, go ahead and subscribe, click that button, make sure you catch all my future videos. And for these eyeshadow palettes, I am definitely not going to go through each one. There's no way that I can. We would be here for hours. So I'm just going to kind of briefly go through the ones that I have, and throughout my YouTube journey, I'm going to go more in depth into each one of these palettes. So I opened up a few of them so that way you could see what they actually look like. And I'm really just going to run through, let you know if I bought it or if it was gratis. This is a small palette that I got from Sephora. I did buy it. This is the Zulu by Juvia's Place. I bought that. Party Animal palette from Laura Lee. I got this in a BoxyCharm, so I bought that. The Wet n Wild palette. I bought this. This is a Chanel quad, and I opened it so that way you could see what tones are in there. They're kind of golden and brown and champagne. I did buy that. I actually have a video on my first luxury purchase, and it was kind of a fail. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave it up in the cards. These are two mini Ulta palettes. I bought, those were a gift with purchase from Ulta. This is a Smashbox Duo, so I will count this as a palette. Let me open it for you guys. It's a duo, so it's more than one shade. I'm counting it as a palette. No, it is what it is. So that was also a free gift. I got this Givenchy quad right here. This was gratis from Sephora. This is a NYX quad, and I got this in the free gift with purchase with that NYX bronzer, if y'all remember from the bronzer video. This is the Little Black Book from e.l.f. I got this with a gift with purchase from e.l.f. This is the Holiday Natasha Denona palette, 5-pan palette. I bought that for holiday on sale. This is the Tartelette Tease. I bought that. No, the Tartelette Tease I got in gratis, and the Tartelette Flirt I bought. This is a Makeup Forever palette. I think this is the second one. It's the colorful one. So I got this one, and I did purchase that. The two LA Color palettes back there, those are from the Dollar Tree. I bought those. Then we have the Kathleen Lights and Dream Street palette right here. I bought that. Smashbox palette I got in gratis. Then we have a trio from Marc Jacobs that I got in gratis. The Too Faced Sugar Pop palette right here that I bought. The Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette that I bought. And then we have a Tarte palette. What is this called? This is the Golden Days and Sultry Nights palette, and I purchased this a very long time ago. Lastly in this group is going to be this Buxom 6-pan palette that I bought each shadow individually and then made into this palette. So that's it for this section. Let's pick it up and bring out another group. Okay, so after I picked up all of the other palettes, I realized that I did not count them with you guys. And so I went back to my clips and I counted them, and that first batch was 24 eyeshadow palettes. Yes, just the first batch was 24. So this is the second batch of eyeshadow palettes, and these are in no particular order as my first set were. Just pulling them out and going as I can. So let's just run through these quickly. The first palette right here is the Morphe and Kathleen Lights palette from a few years ago. This is the Kat Von D, what was it, the Alchemist or Alchemy palette. It's just those four holographic like glitter shimmer shades. We have the Sephora and the Gems collection eyeshadow palette. Well, obviously these are all eyeshadow palettes. We have the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I purchased I purchased this in a BoxyCharm, the Alamar Cosmetics palette. I purchased the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette. That is the Becca Apres palette from holiday a few years ago. The Tartelette and Bloom palette I purchased. The Urban Decay, Tartelette and Bloom palette. Urban Decay Naked palette. The Ultimate Naked Basics that I purchased. This is the Makeup Revolution and Sophie X palette that I purchased. Natasha Denona Sunset palette and Natasha Denona Gold palette. I have the Too Faced Stardust palette by Vegas Nay. the Modern Renaissance by ABH, the Coastal Scents Revealed 3 palette. I purchased everything in this set. So I also have the Jaclyn Hill Morphe, the 2 small palettes. This one is Dark Matter and that one is Armed and Gorgeous. So let's go ahead and count these. I'm going to just count them individually and then I'm going to add up each clip at the end.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
17 palettes this go round. That's right, guys. I have a round 3 and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a round 4 and possibly a round 5. So this is the next set of palettes, eyeshadow palettes. Let's go ahead and run through. This is the Kat Von D Metal Matte palette. I purchased this holiday a few years ago. This is the Kat Von D, what was this one called? Not the Monarch, but Metamorphosis. Maybe the Kat Von D Metamorphosis palette. I'm not quite sure. I purchased that on sale a few years ago. This is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye palette. I got that in gratis from Sephora. Over here we have the Smashbox Double Exposure Kit. I'm pretty sure that was the second version of it, not the first. I purchased that. I have the Lorac Mini Metals and the Mini Matte palette. I purchased those. I have the Lorac Pro 1, 2, and 3. I purchased all of those. Right here in the center, this kind of cushiony palette right there is a Sephora palette that I got on sale quite a few years ago. Then we have this Too Faced Sweet Peach palette I got in gratis from Sephora. And I have back here that nice glittery palette. That is the Dose of Colors Desi and Katie palette. I purchased that as well with my Ulta points. The rest of the eyeshadows here are going... Oh, wait. The one right back here, this beautiful black palette right in the back, that is my Pat McGrath Mothership 5 palette. I absolutely love that palette. I do have a video where I used it. I will link it in the cards. It is really pretty, but so expensive. The rest of these palettes are Urban Decay. So we have the Naked 1, 2, 3, and Smoky. We have the Urban Decay and Michael Basquiat, I think was the name. That's the colorful palette right there. I have the Urban Decay Electric and the Moondust palette. So let's go ahead and count these up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
That is 20 palettes for this group. Dare I say it, guys, but this is the last group of eyeshadow palettes. Lord forbid I don't find any more in my collection. I'm pretty sure this is the last bit. So let's run through these very quickly. I have the Urban Decay Vice palette. Honestly, I have no idea what version this is. I want to say 3, but that is an absolute total guess. I have no idea. And I did purchase that. The Urban Decay Spectrum palette. Bought this on sale when it was at Sephora. And I don't think I've ever used it. And there you go. This is a Crown Pro palette that I got in a BoxyCharm a while back. This is the BH Carly Bible Deluxe Edition palette. Now, for those of you who watched my pan that palette years ago, and y'all know the struggle that I went through to pan the original Carly Bible palette. Why did I buy this as a backup? Ridiculous. Anyway, so I have this BH Cosmetics Foil Eyeshadows 28 color eyeshadow palette. They're all shimmer shades and that's a really beautiful palette. This is my newest addition, the Smashbox LA Cover Shots palette. It is brand new and I have not used it. I got it for free, but you know, with points, so I purchased it with points. And then the rest of these back here are going to be my eyeshadow palette single shadows, if that makes sense. So I have just a mixture, and there are a bunch of shadows. So MAC, we have some of the Carly Bible leftover shadows in here. I have some shadows in here from e.l.f. and MAC. We have e.l.f., MAC. I mean, just all kind of different shadows. So those are a mishmash of single shadows and palettes, what I'm counting as eyeshadow palettes. And so let's go ahead and count these up, and then I will get my total number for eyeshadow palettes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So this round is 11, and then I'm going to get my notebook and show you guys the total eyeshadow palettes that I have. Okay, so in recap, if we're looking at just my eyeshadow palettes, we did 4 rounds, and you saw all of those palettes, 24, 17, 20, and 11, for a total of 68 eyeshadow palettes. Now, I don't know about you guys, but It took me like 2 years to use one palette, so I don't know if, I mean, that number is just outrageous. I definitely do not need to buy another eyeshadow palette for the rest of my life. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this information, but that is a lot of eyeshadow palettes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Y'all got a good look at my collection. If y'all have any requests for any palettes, let me know. This is the number so far, and we have quite a bit still to go. So this collection just is out of control. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.